What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we are returning to FX Racer for our FX Racer career mode, and it's episode number 7 for the Spanish Grand Prix. Yes, I know this feels like, I think this might even be the 3rd Spanish Grand Prix that we've done this season in a row. But I think it's just because this game is constantly getting updated, and you can see we have a new car model, and this includes stuff like custom liveries and custom teams. This is great. This is a fantastic new update to FX Racer. I think we've seen for the previous episode that there's been a change to the tracks and the order of tracks in the calendar, but you can now do obviously custom colours for the cars, and also there's an option to import your own custom liveries. So this is something that's definitely going to encourage me, I think, to do another season of this career mode, because it looks really, really good. Don't know if I've mentioned already, but you're going to see when we start doing some driving for today's episode that there is also new sound effects for the engine, and there are also track limits, which you may also be able to tell from the title are going to cause me a little bit of grief. Definitely not foreshadowing there. Anyway, if you want to pause, this is a current recap of the driver's standings at this moment in time. You can pause and look at that if you want to, and this is also on screen now the Constructors' Championship. It's worth saying the tracks where all the points were scored are not necessarily accurate, because, as I say, I think there's been a couple of Spanish Grand Prix, and, I don't know if we did the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix earlier in the season. That was added after we'd already been past that part of the race. Also, I haven't yet got a chance to, do stuff like, custom team names and custom logos and liveries and stuff. I've literally just done, team whatever, and just picked one of the drivers from that particular team, and that's kind of what we're going to be running with for the remainder of this season. And then from next season, I'll definitely start introducing possibly some mods if I can work out how to do it, and also changing up to team names, maybe making it more realistic compared to real life. Anyway, qualifying didn't go well. My first lap I invalidated, but I didn't show that because it's just a warm-up lap anyway. My second lap I also invalidated, so this has to be a good lap. We've gone purple in sector 1, and we really need this in order to try and qualify well, because at the moment I'm looking at a P20 start. It looks like Bulls Gaming's on pole, TB95 also on the front row. However, as we come through the final chicane, I've invalidated again, and so that means we cannot register a legal time in qualifying, so we start from the back of the grid, which is so disappointing. Actually, I was very annoyed about that, because I wasn't expecting the track limits to be so harsh. But I guess, looking at replays, it was indeed correct. I did put all 4 wheels over the white line. Maybe it's just this circuit, or maybe it's just the driving style in this game, or my driving style, or something about the settings where the steering I find is a little bit more kind of sensitive than Monoposto. Maybe I need to address that for a future episode. Anyway, we're underway for the Spanish Grand Prix for like the 3rd time this season, and it's been a decent start, but Julian69, my goodness, that was quite a crash on the start, finish straight there. There was absolutely nothing I could do about that one. It literally just randomly braked and I hit him. To be honest, there wasn't anything I could do about that one. Anyway, a nice dive bomb up the inside of turn 1, and now we've got the Scarlet cars in front of us. This is driven by IGG 2002 and TX19. We're going to try and send it up the inside of both of them there. That's a very nice move. We've got Azante in front and Kaylin also trying to look to make another dive bomb. We do run it in a little bit hot, although we do get the position, and now it looks like we have moved up to P13. So it's been a very good start, actually, considering we started from the back. Just need to try and settle down now and see if I can avoid many track limit warnings. Kaylin goes off piste there just after the exit of turn 9. We're going to capitalise on that mistake and take P12. Next up we have Gons. Don't forget the winner of the opening race of the season. I think that was at the Australian Grand Prix, unless I'm mistaken. That was such a long time ago there. A little bit of wheel banging, but I do manage to squeeze through, and that is the end of a very good opening lap. Made lots of progress, which is good to see, as we are now putting Phoenix under lots of pressure at the start of lap 2, and that's a collision, and he's been sent spinning and spinning. Let's get a replay of that. You can just see the door was left open there on the inside. I just tried to go for the gap, and there was contact. The gap closed quicker than I could react to, and that's such a shame. And there, start of lap 3, oh dear. That's already 3 track limit warnings, which means there is now going to be 5 seconds added on to my race time. So as if things weren't already going badly this weekend, guess what? I've now got a penalty. Anyway, we're going to skip to my pit stop now. I'm going to definitely try 1 stop, realistically medium hard. So let's see where I'm going to come out of the pit lane then. It looks like some of the other drivers are coming in for their pit stops, and it looks like at the moment I'm in P18, 19, is that going to change? P20, okay, so straight away The dive bomb up the inside of turn 1, not an ideal manoeuvre to be honest, a little bit of contact was made, it was a bit scrappy, and now I've got another track limits penalty for 4 wheels over the white line. Yeah, I don't know, I just think it's possibly I need to have a look at the steering sensitivity settings in this game before I record the next race. And I also definitely need more practice at this game to try and get used to the track limits penalties. Using slipstream down the pit straight though, some guys are pitting. That's a lovely double overtake to get up into P11 now, so as we're starting lap number 7, maybe points are going to be possible, and in fact that P11 changed to P8. That's another track limits warning there, which really isn't ideal. You know, one more of those and we're going to be getting a 15-second time penalty through the next lap. We can see there's an orange car in front that I'm catching up to, and that is now 15 seconds worth of penalties. Oh my days, this is just, it's just so difficult to just, well, I don't really know what it is if I'm trying to kind of, you know, take the shortest possible line and you just can't do it. So you can see me there, I was weaving in frustration through the final chicane, going to use up another track limits token. That's my 11th warning of the race in 10 laps. And across the line it will be P8 on the road, which is not a bad recovery from P20, but if I can iron out the track limits, then we can definitely score some points. Unfortunately though, it is P11 and 0 points scored at the Spanish Grand Prix. Nevertheless, congratulations to Bulls Gaming for a first victory of the season in round 7. This is the final results from the Spanish Grand Prix. You can see I wasn't the only person with many track limits warnings. I had the most, but not by a lot. You know, there were other people with, you know, sort of 9 warnings, 7 warnings, and obviously various penalties then being applied. Here's the pit stop strategy. It looks like quite a lot of people actually did a one stop in this race. I definitely feel like one stop is the way to go on this game. And here is the championship standings. You can see we are still in P4 and we're only actually 20 points off the lead, although some of the guys at the front are being super consistent. So it is going to take a lot to try and turn it around, although hopefully next time at the Bahrain Grand Prix we can have a better race and hopefully score some more points and gain something on our rivals in both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. Because today was the first race where I didn't score any points. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Please be sure to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Both links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.